Hi friends, this is Sarvajang here. Welcome to my networking channel. Hope all are doing good, and today let us discuss about PIM accept RP scenario. So PIM accept RP is a security feature which is used to prevent unwanted endeavors point. So what is RP? RP is a meeting point for forwarding or receiving any multicast traffic. So in this architecture, I have configured R1 as an RP. 12.1 I am going to configure as a RP in both R1 and R2. So by default, R1 as a RP will accept all multicast group. But while PIM accept RP, what it does, it will only accept the specific multicast group from R2. So if you are configuring some other multicast group, what happen? It will immediately deny the particular group. So that is the real thing. I'm going to configure the PIM accept RP, which is a security feature. So now let us go to the individual configuration R1, and this is the configuration I have done. Now let us activate the PIM sparse mode. So that is a sparse mode. We have to always activate for RP, right? So interface fast Ethernet 0 by 0 IP PIM sparse mode. Then similarly, let us go to R2 and let us enable it. Configuration mode interface fast Ethernet 0 by 0 IP PIM sparse mode. So this is a scenario I just created. So now let us do what we can do. Let us remove the debugging. So let us remove the debugging. After that, I am going to activate the RP. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to configure this RP as address in both R1 and R2. So that's the second step. Let us go to R1, go to the configuration mode, IP PIM, RP address is 192.168.12.1. That is the RP address. Let us do it on R2. Go to configuration mode, IP PIM, RP address is 192.168.12.1. So by default, now it is fine. Everything is fine. It always accept the multicast in all the range, all the multicast group address it will accept. So if you want to accept only the specific multicast group address, then I'm going to create the access list in such a way it will always accept only the specific multicast group from R2. If R2 is sending any some other multicast group address, automatically R1 will deny that corresponding multicast group range. So that is the benefit of PIM accept RP. How to create? Let us see. Go to the configuration mode, IP PIM accept RP, and we have to give the RP address. RP address 192.168.12.1. That is the RP address, right? Followed by the access list name. Let us give it as access. So now I'm going to create the access list. Go to the configuration mode, IP access list standard. Then let us give the name ACCESS. Access is the name, right? Then let us permit 224.0.1.40. Why I'm permitting me? This is a default group. So let us permit, then let us also permit the another group 239.1.1.1. So this is an example. Just we can permit any number of groups, but I'm only permitting these two groups. So if R2 is joining some other group to this R1, what happen? Immediately you can see an error in R1. So now let us debug the IP PIM. Let us enable the debugging for PIM protocol. Now let us, I'm going to create the new group. Let us see. Interface fast Ethernet 0 by 0. So only it is allowed to permit only this specific group R1. So if I'm configuring some other address on R2, what happen? This RP, R1 as an RP will not allow this specific group. So let us go to R2. So let us do IP IGMP join group 239.2.2.2. So immediately you can see the error. Let us see. Go to R1. You can see it is a join list. It is an invalid RP from 12.2, right? So this is a 12.2. Whenever, because this is always allowed to accept only the specific multicast range in the range, this two range. So what happen if it is coming from some other source, this corresponding multicast range, which is not configured in R1, immediately what happen? R1 will throw the message in this error. What is the error is invalid RP join received 239 error from 192.168.12.2. So what is this star comma G? Star comma G is the notation we use for sparse mode. So that is the purpose of RP. So always create a shared tree. Shared tree is nothing but this is the root. Star is the root and this is G. So star is the RP and 239.2.2. So it will not allow the specific multicast address received from R2. So that is the meaning of this star comma G. You are able to see, right? Building periodic star comma G is nothing but a shared tree, right? So what is this RPT? So whenever this join any group, then it will form an RPT, that is a root path tree. So this is an RP. RP will always build a star comma G. That is a shared tree. So whenever this try to join with some other group, what it is showing the error as invalid RP join, right? So now let us remove this RP. Now let us see configuration mode. So now let us remove this and let us configure with the correct one. Let us remove this. Now let us configure the correct one. IPIGMP join group 239.1.1.1. So this is allowed, right? Show run interface fast Ethernet 0/0. So this is allowed. So immediately you can see the join list. So it is allowing and it is joining the RPT. What is RPT? Is a root path tree and it is joining from 12.2 to 239.1.1. Let us see the multicast table. Show IP mroute is a multicast routing table. So you can see the corresponding range 1.1.1. So suppose assume I'm just generating the traffic ping 239.1.1.1. Let us make the source as 192.168.12.2, right? This is the source address. So let us make the repeat as 10 hops. So now you can see immediately. It is received read2 prune join message from 12.2 and this is joining this 12.2 with this corresponding multicast address. So it is joining this what we call as a root path tree. So RP always build a shared tree, that is star comma G. So whenever any other RP is initiating a traffic, automatically it will join this RPT, that is a root path tree. That is the thing you are seeing here. RPT is nothing but a root path tree. And you can see now show IP mroute. So you're able to see, right? The flag is 12.2 is a join. It is joined from R2 and the corresponding multicast string. So if it is joining from some other multicast group, right? So it will simply block because only this range it is allowed 239.1.1 and default group. So these are the group. If you want to check the group, show IP IGMP groups. So these are the default groups. It will always allow. That is the thing we already configured in the access list, right? Show IP access list. You can see the matches now. You are able to see, right, because it is accepting the corresponding specific multicast address and you are seeing the matches. So this is how the PIM accept RP feature works. It is a security feature which is used to prevent the unwanted rendezvous point, right? I hope you enjoy this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more videos. Thanks and have a wonderful day. Thank you.